we have with us a celebrity guest. He's a friend of the house, a Nigerian film director, actor, lawyer, producer with a long list of movies to his credit. He's the MD CEO of Euphoria 360 Studios. Welcome with us, Femi Adebayo Salami. We're excited to have you join us. And
again,
yes, friend of the house, definitely
yes.
Friend of the house. And you're coming to talk about this new movie that is coming out very soon that will rule and take over Nigeria.
Exactly.
Bashorun Ga'a.
Yes.
Please, we've seen the. I think we should watch the trailer. Can we watch the trailer? That movie it gives me chills. Just
the trailer, just the
trailer alone. But it's a very interesting movie, and it's historical. And I'd like you to give us a bit of information about how you got involved with this particular movie.
Okay, so House of Ga'a is a Bolanle Austin Peter films. You know, Bolanle Austin Peter is the director of the film, the producer of the film. So she invited me that, Femi, I have this project that I've been, nurturing for a while now, and it's epic. And I see that you've done quite a number of epics. You've done, I guess you could have done Jagun.
As we know.
And of course, because she wants to get it right, and she's like, okay, can you be part of this team? I'm excited. Anything that has to, promote the culture of Nigeria, particularly Yoruba that I am, I'm in for it. And I said, yes, why not? So I got in as a consulting producer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, of House of Ga'a, and we started. Bolanle did an excellent job. The script was well written, was written by Tunde Babalola. Wow. And when I read the script, I was like, Bolanle, you have it all. What else? And she was extremely passionate about getting it right. So we did.
That's how women are.
Yeah.
It's a women's show.
I give that to you. I give that to you. And we got on board, meetings upon meetings, started, of course, he worked on so many things, and we got there. And I'm excited today that everybody's talking about House of Ga'a.
We haven't even seen it yet.
Let me call. I want to call for the clip because I know some people at home right now, they've never seen the preview or the trailer of House of Ga'a. I would like to, let's play it so that they will get an idea of why we are all who and her.
Ga'a! Apanilẹ́kúnjayé. Kinupe kò ní tẹríba. Ayamago! Ọ̀dájú. Ẹsẹ̀ wọn bọ́ sẹ́sẹ̀ sójú. Ìkà.
Olúwa mi Aláàfin Lábísí ti gbé kúrú jẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹbọra.
A ti wá nílò ọba tuntun báyìí. Ó dìmúlẹ̀. Ó dàṣẹ. A ti pinnu wípé ìwọ la fi jẹ Aláàfin tuntun. Àmọ́ ó ní àwọn nǹkan kan tó lè ṣe alátakò dídé adé ọba rẹ o. Sọ tẹ́ ọ lọ́rùn àbí kò tẹ́ ọ lọ́rùn.
Bàbá mi fìdí múlẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí afọbajẹ àti ayọ̀ ọba nípò.
Èmi mo fi jẹ oyè Bashorun. Ọ̀pọ̀ lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n fẹ́ fẹ́ yìí ń gé mi jẹ. Ẹ̀yin náà sì gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ̀ sí àṣẹ tèmi.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
I just finished watching Vikings. So I'm excited about watching my own story because I was so excited watching the story of Oyimbos.
Scandinavian.
Yeah.
So, for me, this is just the trailer. I can't imagine what the actual movie would look like. How long did it take from when you were invited on board until, you closed production?
Right, from pre-production to principal photography, I can tell you it took almost like 6 months. And of course, I don't know when Bolanle actually conceived this idea.
Yeah.
But from when I was called on board, it took us about 6 months, back and forth. Bolanle did a lot, We went all out to the city of Ekpe to get a permanent place, to build those houses.
Good. Wow.
They're still there. I'm sure tons to ornaments and, for people to eventually visit because a Ga'a story is an historical story that should not be taken away. You know, Ga'a was a notable leader in the military in the old Oyo Empire.
Okay.
So his story should be an extremely educating one. So Ambalali did justice to it.
When I read Ga'a in SS2, I'd seen 3 different books from the British Library describing the story in different ways, and somebody was saying, you don't know it, you're not from Oyo, that's not the real story. So is this the real?
Did it
captures the real story itself?
Absolutely.
Not
just creative.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That is why I said it's going to really educate people. You know, thorough research was done, you know, and I can tell you that this film, aside the fact that it's going to entertain you, it's going to really educate people. You know, and Bolanle has been doing it. You know, you saw Bolanle, Fumlayo and some Kuti. And for me, it actually educated me, that film. You know, there are some things that I actually do not know about Fumlayo and some Kuti that I got to know from the film. So this is another one.
Yeah, my kids also watch Lyra Sampiti and were educated.
Yeah, but also we need to give you your flowers because I can see some of your work, given your own work that you did. You remember well? Yes, we can see your inputs as well. Well done.
So which part of the script did you find most challenging, like in the movie? Which part?
Challenging or interesting?
Tell us your
Yeah, because we see it as more of interesting and challenge. Trust me. So for me, the part of the script that really got me interested was when Ga'a just turned immediately against the Oyo missus. And that is, for me, intoxication of power. And that was what led to the downfall of Ga'a. It was interesting for me. And I actually didn't like my role in the film.
Were you the good guy or the bad guy?
Obviously
such a bad guy.
A womanizer.
Let's talk about the main act himself.
Femi Branch.
You know, I've seen Femi Branch in epic movies, but this one.
He seems to have taken that, as in, is Oyo was Oyo?
Yeah.
Yes, his Oyo was Oyo.
He changed from his English speaking to he had to do
that was how well
training.
the director was thorough.
Okay.
Goodness.
So I'm sure they probably got him a coach. You know,
No,
the director was thorough. Not okay. Let me speak Lagos Yoruba in because we want the real custodians of Yoruba cultures to watch this film and say yes, thank you guys.
Okay, so what lessons do you think we can learn from the story of Ga'a? Especially for, I think, Ramuto and I, honestly, this is our first time of hearing that it is even based on a real character. What are the lessons you think Nigerians and children can learn from this?
So, like I mentioned earlier, that you need not to be intoxicated with power.
Okay.
So that is strong. When you're in position, don't take advantage of people because they're vulnerable.
Well, it can be called generational wealth. You know, he raised his kids around him, and they became some of his warriors.
And when you
today now, you see our politicians, their kids. It's serving.
So that's a good. You're thinking there's a good lesson in that one.
So you are thinking there's a good lesson around that. But let's look at the repercussion of getting intoxicated with our power and betrayal.
Yeah.
So that's the message.
And
we need it now.
We need it
that's
now.
a real
now.
lesson for
So
today.
I also love the fact that we're seeing, I want to ask, because we're seeing a lot of our old actors being brought back into the front, because these are talented people that when they started, you were among them because you started really young. You seem to be an ageless actor. I don't even know how you're
Every year we see you, age 5 years.
Your tease is just easy. But
It's teams.
but we love the fact that we're able to still get the wisdom of the old, those that were in the forefront of the beginning of Nollywood and the Yoruba movie industry. And how would you describe this, their contribution to the movie being such a powerful movie?
So if you actually want to get it right, then you have to go to the real custodians. And when you, just like you mentioned, these fathers, these mothers have been there over the years. So even if we do researches, it can't be as perfect as those that were present physically. So we will definitely need to bring them back you know, to say, okay, experience will teach you more.
Yes, definitely.
So I think one of the major reasons you're seeing them back, you know. But at the same time, some of us have decided that these old people, they are not sick.
So true.
They still want to be there.
Adding value.
Yeah, adding values. So some of us will always bring them back.
Yeah, but you know another thing that I have learned, especially from these epic movies that you are all bringing out, is the fact that there used to be a time where if you were doing like a Yoruba movie or a Hausa movie, it was like the local cousin to the English. But now we're giving it the place of honor. We're giving our culture the place of honor, and that's what I love about how we're telling our stories today.
So I think we have realized that the only way we can be appreciated is showcasing our own thing.
Yeah.
So we now decided, okay, how do we showcase our own thing? Let's showcase it in the standard in which they will appreciate it.
Exactly.
So reason we decided to say, okay, our local stories will be told in a ground style.
Yeah.
You understand? So if I want to produce a Yoruba movie before, I was skeptical that,
he's just a Yoruba actor.
Yeah, no, that's what I produce, you know, majorly. You know, I produce other English films, but if I have a list of my movies, at least I have 70% of Yoruba, like 30% of English. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that I would consider the fact that that language, that culture, you know, should be, you know, promoted. So how am I going to make it appealing to international audience? Let me go to the standard of Hollywood movies. So it begins to appeal to them.
Now we have, I'm sure this movie we watch by Igbos. Like, it's not, I don't
Yeah.
know whether they speak Yoruba or not.
Just like the way what the Viking movie
Yes.
is their culture.
There's a particular movie, Pure Igbo, Femi Funa, fantastic movie.
I watched it. I loved it. And I picked certain Igbo
And I've heard the fact that one Hausa movie is coming like that.
Yeah, we're coming. Yes.
Okay, so our YouTube fans are talking about the cast, the A-list,
Yes.
you know, of your cast. Saying, Funke Sef did the movie. When is this movie coming to YouTube? And they're talking about Ibrahim Chata too. They're talking. So how did you know the casting? How did
And then you can tell us the truth. Was it hard or easy to work with all these
big people?
I'm a diva, I'm a diva.
Did they diva?
You have to give me
Tell
my
the
own.
truth, tell us. You can whisper it.
And you too. You can just say,
No, the truth is, okay, so while we were casting, because I was part of the casting as a consultant producer, so we thought, who can interpret this role well? And I can tell you that all of them were extremely professional. You know, there was no forming, nothing like that. Trust me. They were extremely professional. It was my first time to work with Bolanle Austin Peters, and it was wholesome. She's very, very good. You know, as a director, she's approachable. Some directors are not. So it makes the process very seamless. And I can tell you, all actors on set really enjoyed it.
So, you know, when I asked about I would even ask about it, you mentioned the building of sets. And I think it's an important part of movie industry that we struggle. And I remember when you came to talk about your own Jagun Jagun, you spoke about how you had to sell a property to be able to fund the project. It is not cheap. Was this, I know that is not you were there, was this something that was pre-funded by Netflix? Was it commissioned? That's the word. Was it a commissioned project, or was it something?
I might not know that information.
But are we having more? Is a streaming platform making it easy for producers to go all out and deliver good quality movies now?
Well, compared to what it is in the past, it's better. But of course, we can.
So there's also the cinematography, which is we're able to see from like a bird's eye view, you know, an area, so that makes the storytelling even more real. So would you say that Nollywood is investing in that part, and how aware are people, you know, about that part of movie making? You know, a lot of people just want to be actors or producers or directors, but this part is also a growing industry within Nollywood. Is this something you encourage people, and do we need more people in that sector?
The fact has spoken for itself. Nollywood is obviously investing more in that line. And I can tell you that more investors are coming into the industry. and it's motivating, creators. It's motivating you content creators to, of course, don't restrict and limit your creativity.
So there's a comment on YouTube. Andrew in StarTimes says, Bashorun Ga'a, the great Oyo Empire warrior who stretched the Oyo Empire as far as Ghana. Part of his legacy is that the people of Eastern Ghana called the Ga'a people. And similarly, the movie about, I want us to talk more about the history of and how we are using movies to educate. If Mariah was on this show, I'm sure Mariah will go all about the fact that, we should use the movie to tell the story of our people, the story of our strength, so that our children would watch and know that we are not nobodies before colonization and all of that. We really do have. Yeah. So, are you tilted towards telling any story about our history, or you want to still continue with the Jago Jago line? So
Yoruba stories are so much that I don't think we can exhaust telling the stories. Okay. So of course I have in line many histories that I want to tell and educate people about as a producer and director. And I know that most of my colleagues have the same. So we are beginning to educate our people, even if you are finding it difficult to go to the 4 walls of a school to learn about Yoruba history, Igbo history, Hausa history, we'll bring it to your door via entertainment.
Okay, so is there any collaboration like that they're going to do with the Hausas and the Igbos?
Absolutely. Like I mentioned earlier, that my next movie coming up, 7 Doors, is a Yoruba king married to an Igbo woman.
I'm not in that movie. How did you shoot the movie?
I told you didn't come.
But when you came last time, I told you.
Where is the Hausa person?
So the Hausa man came to invest in the Yoruba.
Okay. So there's a question for you.
There's that synergy.
Okay.
So when can we watch this movie now, this House of Ga'a?
Yes. So when is it coming to?
House of Ga'a is coming on Netflix on July 26th.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yes.
A few days.
Countdown.
So Honorable Ademola Alalade says, please help me ask Mr. Femi why his dad was not featured in this film. I want to believe the story is historic, and since he's been around for a while, he should have taken a role in it. And how were the cast selected?
We actually invited the man, but I think he was busy there.
Okay.
I think they were filming this at the same time they were filming Anikula by Kula Flyer. So he was on that set, so he couldn't make it.
Okay.
I like your rapport with your dad. I follow you on your various pages.
What did he, when he saw, has he seen the movie? What does he feel?
House of Ga'a?
Yes, has he seen it yet?
No one has seen House of Ga'a. You can only see the trailer.
Okay.
The premiere is coming up.
What does
Sunday.
he think? What does he think?
He's always proud of the fact that, Femi, you're doing good.
Oh.
Your brother,
Yes, they're all directing and in the movie industry.
So when it comes to awards and all this, what do you think, what do you foresee for House of Ga'a?
Well, I might not be able to, predict.
What are your hopes?
Yeah, my hope is House of Ga'a getting all the relevant and, awards.
These pictures we are seeing, this one will pack it now.
That is good.
Yes, that's what
There's a question also online.
Let's take this call from Yakub. Yakub has called from the Kwemu. Welcome to the show, Yakub.
Yeah, good morning, Dr.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, this House of Ga'a, I stand to be corrected. I don't know, maybe I'm right or wrong, because I think sometimes ago, I watched a film that similar to that produced by Baba Fatomilola, Baba Peter Fatomilola. That film, it's not about Bashorun Ga'a as well, even though it is not thriller as this. But I think I want you to tell us what's different between that and this one now. And then I will say that you and seeing you in any film, especially you and then Ibrahim Shatta, in fact, you two guys are wonderfully two people. Because in fact, Chopper, I can't wait for you to invite Ibrahim Shatta.
Yes,
because I have a lot of questions for him.
He's been on your view.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll bring him back.
All right, thank you. Well, I didn't see the other film, so it's difficult for me to, compare it.
Okay. Some of our fans online, Mulu has said that anytime I see Femi Adebayo, I remember Jelili.
He has grown past that one. No?
Someone has said, DBC says, He has grown past that one. Femi Adebayo can never do Jelly. Is it true?
That's not
Is
true.
there anything to...
Femi Adebayo as an actor can do anything.
Good.
Yeah, he can come back as Jelly, he can come back as Sisi, he can come back as Papa, he can come back as anything. So that's just the life of an actor. Yeah.
Andrew is strapping for you, honey. She said Fiona. She said, we they see him chest tempting.
You can tell that to me privately.
Yeah, okay. No, let's come back to
Tell that to me privately so that my wife will hear that.
Andrew Stratham says the epic movies I also want is about those Nigerians who fought in World War II. So they're giving you ideas. One true historical story is about Flight Lieutenant Shembanjo, the Nigerian World War II hero who flew the Royal Air Force over Nazi-occupied Europe. These are stories that Nigerians will also like to hear.
Beautiful.
So somebody asked right here, Mary Jane Agbani says, when is Jagun Jagun Part 2 coming out? Because...
Must they have Part 2?
It ended... I know, there was a cliffhanger.
Yes.
It was a case of...
Sometimes you used to leave us to the end.
No, don't leave us like that. You need to bring us down. No, Ati, I'm waiting. We're waiting.
I remember that on this same show, Mariah's husband gave me a script.
Yes, that's true.
On Jagun Jagun 2.
Yeah, so there are many of us waiting.
Well, we're working on Jagun Jagun 2.
Okay.
Is it going to be a series?
Open.
So we have to indulge our viewers on YouTube again. So Nurex says, good morning, everyone. An observation. Whenever this kind of guests come, let them speak their local language.
Some of us will not
Now,
understand.
you have to take a scene from this film and replay it here in the local...
No.
Just one line. You have to show them, please.
Let's make them watch the trailer more. So that
And
they can go and watch the movie. Yes, and of course, if we speak the local language, Yoruba, there are some that we don't understand.
No, not on your view. We do interpretation.
Somebody there was a particular topic that we discussed on the show very briefly when Rita Dominics came up with a response when they said, why is she doing this role? And I loved how you answered with when somebody asked if you have outgrown Jelly and some roles. Are there roles that an actor can outgrow? Like, or should outgrow? Or is it that everything is doable?
Yeah, when you say outgrow, I've outgrown some roles. I can't play a youth corper.
Okay.
But you're not aging.
My age. My age.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So Ogabelo cannot play a youth corper. So that is outgrowing roles.
Yeah.
Not status in life. No. As an actor, you should be able to play any role.
Yeah, fantastic. I love that.
So would you play a role as a wakapas?
Why not? So we call that cameo appearances.
Yes. Would you do?
Yes.
Right?
He's already big enough that if his Wakapa safe,
it will
his
be
cameo will make the movie. Yes,
I would like to see actually.
It's plenty money.
Yes, now just wakapas will pay plenty. So they will not even give you. They will not even give you wakapas rule.
Yeah.
All right. So I know that you had to build the Jagun Jagun set. Are you intending to open it up as a tourist place as well in future, or you still want to do more production there?
So, unlike House of Ga'a, I was a little bit challenged not to have the set of Jagun Jagun 1 as a permanent site.
Oh, okay.
I was a little bit challenged. Like House of Ga'a is a permanent site, so obviously it will turn to a tourist site.
Okay.
Or also like
Jagun
a film.
Jagun 1, it wasn't. We're hoping to make Jagun Jagun 2 a permanent place, so that people can actually visit. I've had too many questions. Is Ogundije coming back to life? What's going to happen to his son? Who is Ibrahim Chata?
As in, how can he introduce Ibrahim Chata in the last scene? Who does that?
Because
if you don't want us
to wait for the sequel.
Yes, now suspense.
You want us to be like...
So building of...
Because of it.
So these different sets, that are being built, I'm just thinking like sustainably going forward, like especially when you see with Hollywood, you see them, they build these huge studios and different actors, you come and use it for, and modernize it or localize it for your own production. Are we looking, what do you think happening in the Nollywood industry? Are we seeing that? Are there people looking to invest in film villages that can go
I mentioned earlier that quite a number of investors are coming into the industry.
Yeah.
So this is happening.
Okay.
Ibrahim Chata has a wonderful film village.
Okay.
Wow.
Very, very wonderful. Quite a number of films have been shot there.
Yeah.
You know, and I can tell you that part of Jagun 2 will be shot there as well.
Okay.
You know, so Bolanle does have, you know,
Yes.
Kula Folayan.
Yes.
Yes,
because-
we saw it.
So quite a number of people will continue to spring up having film villages, you know, and why would
And everybody
some will
does not need
continue
to have film
studios.
village.
Yeah.
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 So a lot of money coming in from Nollywood.
Yes, and this
Amen,
the industry
expanding.
is expanding, and we're creating more jobs for
Absolutely.
people. Yeah, I was happy to see some young guys. When I say young guys, like up, not
What's his
Up and
name?
coming.
yeah, young
younger.
age.
I'm
So
trying
we
to remember his name.
Yeah.
Stanese?
No,
No, not
the,
Stanley.
Stanley,
the one that,
The one that was in
Stanley.
the fight.
giant.
The one that was fighting the big giant.
Giant,
What's his
He
name?
was in this movie. He's a younger actor,
Yeah.
And a
so we're
good
having
one.
from young
him.
to old in one.
So House of God cuts across all generations, all, you know,
It will be offended
whole...
when trying to remember his name on this show.
Please, I would like you to, we're done. The time is up. You know.
Already?
We never have enough time to talk
When
about
you're around.
Yes, and we really enjoyed having you. But we'd like you to leave us with your final words for the industry, for people to watch House of Ga'a, and what are you working on next as well?
Okay, so I'm going to first off say thank you for bringing me up on this show today again.
Wow.
You know, and I want to say that our people should continue to patronize and watch our local stories. Go to cinemas, watch Nigerian movies. You know, that encourages us to do more. So I'm going to say, please continue to watch Nigerian movies. And lastly, I can tell you that my next production is coming up this year. Yeah. Before the end of this year, probably the Q4, you'll get to watch 7 Doors. It's bigger than Jagu Jagu.
Wow.
Trust me, it's a limited series.
Okay.
You know,
That's
also
cool.
6
We like limited
six
series.
episodes.
I don't like those
And
on the
trust me,
corner.
by the time you sit down to start watching, you won't get up to
You're
watch
done.
the 6 episodes.
Congratulations. Thank you
Congratulations.
so much
So this-
for coming.
Yeah.
All road leads to our Netflix subscription
only-
on the
is it going to just be only on
26th of, yes, it's only on
Exclusively
Netflix.
on Netflix.
Go and subscribe.
House of God exclusively on Netflix.
We are already waiting. We're setting our
Time.
time to watch it on July 26th, House of Ga'a.
Yeah.
Please do watch. Let's make it go viral. Let's make it get to #1 and stay there, because that's a way to encourage more producers to put
Yes,
in their
please.
efforts into it.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us on
Thank
the
you
show.
very much for having me.
Of course.